Rolling. Renegades.
I think right now we are gaining more awareness about the toxins that we are exposed to on a day-to-day basis, what our children are exposed to on a day-to-day basis. We're gaining more awareness of that. And with that awareness comes connecting the dots like, oh, yeah, okay, well, then if Hashimoto's is turned on by a trigger, whether it's a stressor like pregnancy, perimenopause, menopause, over exercising, over dieting, or toxin exposure, which is a stressor. If Hashimoto's is turned on by that, then yeah, we're going to see more all autoimmune conditions. We're going to see more autoimmune. And then you add that layer on top of that, that most of the time, conventional medicine is not testing TPO and TGA. I've actually seen labs come back where they tested 1 out of 2 antibodies. Like, oh, okay, there's two that we need to test here. And the other components of that is, number one, Hashimoto's will often come back as a false negative. So you could test a person one day and their antibodies will be at 0 or very, very low. They will be deemed, okay, no, you do not have Hashimoto's. But then you test them a month later and now the antibodies are appearing and they're like, whoa, wait a minute, what's that? So they often come back as a false negative. And then the third and final component of that is how we look at those numbers. So again, I mean, this can layer over every test there is, but specifically with autoimmune and with Hashimoto's, we want it at 0. So that standard lab value range that doesn't actually flag you high until you're after 34 antibodies. Well, what if you have 20? So I love using analogies. I use the analogies of soldiers when you have these autoimmune antibodies. And these soldiers, so specifically Hashimoto's, these soldiers are going out and they're attacking your thyroid gland. They're beating it up. What's the difference whether we have 35 soldiers and we can go, okay, Susie, now you have Hashimoto's versus 20 soldiers that are still going out and beating up your thyroid? So I guess, okay, well, Suze, we're going to wait until you get 15 more soldiers and you're 10 pounds heavier and you literally can't even drag yourself off the couch and you're halfway bald. And then we'll give you that diagnosis.
Isn't that
of Hashimoto's?
Oh my. Renegades.